Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and welcome to the April edition of the Community Verified Showcase, where we've got another 15 awesome tracks to show you all. This video is brought to you by Bruffy.com/support. Head to that link for all sorts of information on how you can support my channel, from links for direct support to referral codes, and even an article on things you can do to help your favourite creators. So starting on PS5, as always, Tuner's Race, which I was shocked about. I'm actually hosting this time because Box, who normally hosts, wasn't available, but all of the car selections and tracks have already been sorted, so it's only my terrible hosting and mistake-filled hosting and changing of settings that we have to deal with this week. At least all the tracks and car selections are already sorted. But yeah, nighttime this was already set to as well, so I guess the Tuner's theme kind of goes with that. Those tracks kind of more come alive at night. And the wave 2 of the community verified submissions has started, so submissions have been reopened. If you previously submitted a track, you can submit one again. If you haven't submitted a track, you can still submit one. Oh wow, damn, that's cool. So yeah, all the forms have been reopened. Bruffy.com/verified. That's where you get the link to all the submission forms. There's 2 forms for every platform, every submission wave. You can submit one regular circuit and one other type of circuit, whether it's a rally or a stunt track or something like that. There's 2 forms. The buttons are all on Bruffy.com/verified, as well as all the rules. And yeah, wave 2 has begun. We're seeing the last of the wave 1 tracks in this showcase and next month, and then we'll see some new submissions. It is a very nice track, this. So yeah, taking, for example, this little part of the map, that's just the top of a building, what we just passed there, but incorporating it into part of the track is really nice by using custom road pieces. We've got lots of really cool lighting on this track as well. Definitely best played at night, this. Oh yeah, that's true. We've also, thanks to a suggestion from the comments in the previous episode, the playlists are also linked in the description, as well as all these tracks. So you can bookmark the playlist, and they will. Oops. You can bookmark the playlist, and the tracks will keep getting swapped around in the same playlist. So much understeer. So if you just want to play through whatever platform you're on, all of the 5 tracks every month, you can do that now. You can just bookmark the playlist. It will keep getting updated every month. You can just load up the playlist after you see one of these community verified streams go live. Maybe you watch it and then you want to play through the playlist. Yeah, the playlists will always be the same, and they'll always be linked in the description, alongside all of the links for all the tracks. So you can add the tracks to your game as well if you want them permanently, or you can just add the playlist, play them through, and then decide which ones you want to keep and use the track links for that as well. For those who still don't know how to access tracks, you sign into Social Club, you click the link, yeah, click add to game, I think is the button on Social Club, and then you go to GTA Online, Jobs, bookmark jobs, and then you find the name of the job. That's how you load it up or add to a playlist. Really? Has that really happened? Did it say bookmark job, not add to game? Okay. Well, how did he end up on that side? I really like this the top of that tunnel section. This is such a really unique track from a lighting perspective. 10 out of 10 driving today. I've had a rough morning, alright? I'll get into it. This is all about the visuals anyway. And to be fair, these showcases are all about the tracks themselves. Nice one to start us off with. Right, Blaine County track for this one. They're all regular circuits this week, actually. No sort of variations in terms of rally tracks or specific vehicle tracks or themed tracks or stunt tracks. So PS5 guys, submit stuff on the other sheet as well. I want to see some variety. You can submit 2 tracks per wave on purpose so that we get some variety. It is worth noting that on the previous track, some of the lighting things that we had and some of the props aren't available ordinarily. There were some modded props on that, and normally that's a PC thing, but some of them did find their way to PS4. I think it was when job porting was available there for a time with some trickery. So some people have access to them via certain jobs on PS4, I think, and now PS5 and Xbox as well. Okay, so yeah, they're making their way around these modded props. I don't know why Rockstar don't just open it up and let all props be used in all game modes, but hey, that's a discussion we've had many times on these community verified showcase streams. The Angel stunt race last month was like 50% modded props. Was it really? On Xbox? Okay. Well, there you go. Interesting to see a different take on this section in Grapeseed with all the custom roads. I like that. Sports S tier for this race without HSW cars, so your classics of the Pariah and Italy GTO and Italy RSX and Neo, but the first 2 are the more popular ones to use. Nice Blaine County Grapeseed track. The bridge creation is cool. The fact that you can see it from quite far back, that's pretty impressive creation. Creating new routes out of, well, yeah, like standard roads that are often used in Grapeseed tracks or whatever. Completely fresh route made out of it with brand new creations of, you know, bridges and whatnot. Really cool. Fresh experience to a Grapeseed track. Pariah can hang, and if not, be quicker than the Italy GTOs because there aren't a lot of curbs like there are in the city. So the true top speed of the Pariah comes through. And yeah, cool to see something different here. Very nice. Good handbrake boost. I would like to see the these curb boosts on the left of the bridge covered over if at all possible. That's the only area that I could see for improvement from a personal perspective. This is the highest rated track that we've got on PS5 this month. With good reason, I think. good run. I got a really good run, but the boosts! Got the bloody boosts from the curbs. God damn it. I had the better run there. So we've gone from the highest rated track on PS5 this week to the lowest rated. This one just scraped in with a score of just over 4. Again, if you don't know how all the scoring works, go to brivy.com/verified and read through the page. It explains it all in great detail. But yeah, we're with Zions for this one. And the criticisms levied at this was that there were some confusing sections and some like a harsh banking. So we'll check it out, but still good enough to get into you know, for verification. It's not that it's a bad track. But there are areas, there can be areas for improvement even on tracks that make their way into verification. It's just there can't be too many areas for improvement. It's still got to be usable and decent quality. Big old crash. Big old crashes. Bloody hell. But yeah, one of the plus points of this track was that there's a really nice custom section, which I guess is something we're experiencing now. Yeah, you can see on brivy.com/verified what it means to get a score of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 means. Damn, that's a way to take that corner. A score of 4 means very good, but can still be better with some small changes. Scores of 3 or 2 are the kind of situations where there's much bigger changes to be made to bring the track up to speed. But you have to get a score of 4 or higher to become verified. And most tracks do just get just over 4. Not every... You know, it's very hard to get a score of a high 4, just because there's, you know, the difficulty in having lots of people give it a 5 if you want a high 4. And for everyone to give it a 5 is just usually not going to happen. So we got a mix of hills and the tight Vinewood sections, but mostly that bit was custom roads. Zion was a good choice for this, actually. It's been a while since I've raced the Zion. Yeah, the banking at the start was a little bit harsh, those two sort of smaller banking sections. Yeah, this is a nice hills track. I wouldn't hold that too much against it, and I guess, again, that's why it's done as well as it has and it's been verified. I wasn't aware it was on my inside there, so trying to carry the speed around the outside. Having some good racing on the hills. And the custom section at the start of the track was really nice. We're only doing 1 lap because it's such a long track. So you can always go back on the video and check out that custom section again. I think I might. Because it was relatively nicely crafted and laid out. You know, again, giving a unique feel to a track around these hills areas where there isn't that much variation under normal circumstances. We've got another cool bit of custom road. Again, you need stuff like this these days to stand out and get verified in the first place. Yeah, very nicely crafted, this whole section. Cool. Now we're on to a well-made city track with some nice smoothing, according to the notes I'm reading. But the pit lane can be a bit confusing, which was the main criticism of this one. So we'll check out the pit lane. At least we'll look at it. We won't drive through it. Or maybe if I go, let's go off at the start. Since I started on pole position. And then I'll go through the pit. Because I normally like to go towards the back if I'm starting on pole position, so I'm not just on my own. As you've been seeing me do in the other races. So we'll try to find the pit lane and go through that, and that'll put me further back. Normally this hasn't been a problem in these community verified showcases because I haven't been hosting. It only puts the host at the front every race, but I'm hosting this time. Okay, I see the wrenches on the map. I wish we had the open wheel style pit lane available to use in regular races. Again, another restriction that I've... Okay, where are we going? Okay, this is... Okay, I see the pit lane. Okay. Yeah, that a little bit confusing, I will give it that. One, McGregor's followed me. And the exit of it, I suppose it's okay. I feel like on a track that has this amount of space in the city, there's got to be a better place for the pit lane somewhere around this track. I mean, it's not bad enough that it didn't get verified, obviously, but there must be a better place. It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it definitely could be better. Oopsies. We're in Sport Classics S tier for this race. So HSW, Turismo and Sterling are the order of the day. It is a well-made city track. I agree, there is some nice smoothing in some key areas. I'll actually be able to do this corner properly. Yeah, fast-paced. There is a bug on this track as well. It's a glitch, I think, that has set the minimum lap count to 3. And I just want to use this as an opportunity. I mean, yeah, it's a glitch on this track. So it's not intentionally set to 3, but I'll use it as an opportunity to let everybody know that you shouldn't set arbitrary restrictions like that on your tracks. Minimum lap count, maximum lap count, you know, car selections, what else is there? Usually like sort of daytime weather, things like that. Usually leaving it on current weather is the best way to go. The exceptions to all of that is if there's a specific theme for the track, obviously. You know, if you've got a track that is best at night or something and you want it to only ever be played at night, then, you know, like the first track that we saw, there has to be a reason for that with like lighting and things like that. Or if you're doing an off-road track but you don't want the bikes to be able to be used, or you're doing a themed track that's just one car and it needs a specific number of laps to work or something like that. But yeah, in general, arbitrary restrictions are almost an instant fail when it comes to the scores. You know, if a track has like minimum 5 laps or something, when it's a massive track and it would take 25 minutes to do the minimum, it's not going to get verified. This is fine, it's just a bug, but nice track, but I thought I'd, you know, mention it. So the notes that I've got for our final track on PS5 are that this probably would have been too simple to be verified if it wasn't so well decorated, and it shows that decoration can add a lot to a track. So we'll see. I'm curious about how that's going to work, actually. I'm curious about how simplistic it might be and what the decoration is like to get it to be verified. I guess the layout is going to be relatively simplistic. It did look kind of like your standard Grapeseed track. And it did only just, you know, scrape in, but then again, most tracks are like that. Most tracks get just over a score of 4. I figured I'd try the Raiden for this Sports C tier race. And acceleration is nice. We did a race on Xbox where I was trying to defend and attack Raidens last week. Now I'm on the other side of it. Cool camps and stuff on the inside there. Interesting that it's using some old style props. Oh wait, I wonder if it was submitted as a regular track. We've got some stunt props as well. So I struggle on the long back straight in the low top speed ride, and it feels like quite yeah. One of the other notes on this was that it's a bit weird, but it's got a lot of character, this track. I get where that's coming from. Like this almost could have been like a land race, an old style track, not using any stunt pieces, because most of the props are actually using those old style tracks, old style props. Functionally, it doesn't do anything wrong. It's not particularly... I see exactly like the notes and what the testers were going with this. Like, it's not wowing me in any way. It's just nicely done. It's the perfect encapsulation of a verified track that is worthy of being verified just for doing a good job. And then you've got like the little extra additions, the decoration and whatnot. And it's pretty impressive that it's been done using a lot of these old style props. And again, the most important thing is that you can have a proper race around it. There's no, you know, bad hitbox props or anything like that. Sometimes with tracks like these, just a few nice little touches makes it the one to go with over 50 plus tracks with pretty much the same route. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. You know, when you see a load of tracks that are all using the same sort of props and in the same route doing the same thing, it's kind of refreshing to see something so different like this. And the aesthetics fit in very well with the location. You know, it's a Grapeseed track. The prop choices and the campers and the hot dog carts and things like that, they fit very nicely with the location and the theme of the track. It's not actually being submitted as a themed circuit or anything like that, but it just kind of, you know, works. And again, I can't stress enough, it is still a very well-made track where you can get some proper racing on. And that's the most important basic thing to be verified in the first place. It can look as good as you want, but if it's terrible for racing, it's not going to get verified. Finally got a handle on the ride, and in this last lap, acceleration has been nice. Can I get this Spectre out of the last corner? I don't think it's going to be enough, but it's been fun having the acceleration. Good tracks on PS5 again. Alright, Xbox time now, and this track got a score of 4.92. The notes are only excellent design and route, propping is very good quality. 4.92 is ridiculously high. Specky in his Z-type. .92 is almost 5. 4.9. A 4.92 had to have happened from everybody but one person giving it a score of 5. And from Brofi.com/verified, a score of 5 basically means it's perfect, no changes are needed, everything is perfect as it is. Not many tracks ever get even a single tester giving it a score of 5. That's why we don't see scores of 5 when you average it all out. Oh god, that's scary. So we're starting strong for the Xbox tracks. And to be fair, this is a good test as well, because city tracks, it takes a lot for city tracks to wow me. It's probably my... Is it my least favourite area for a track? It probably is. So, if I end up liking this and being impressed by this, it's done a good job. It'd be a perfect 5 if it hadn't been windmills. We do have a little bit of variety on the Xbox side. The 5 tracks on Xbox, we've got 4 regular tracks and 1 rally track. Or off-road track. So at least there's something a bit extra. Bit different. This is interesting, using a road... Oh, okay. Oh, wow, okay. This just got turned up to 11. I was not expecting this. Okay, I see why I got the score it did. At the start, it was a fairly standard city circuit. You know, well propped, nicely done. But then it ramped it up a little bit by using a custom road section, roads that we don't really use very often, going up to the court centre, and then some custom roads, ramping it up a bit more. And then it ramped it up big time with the friggin' massive bridge. And even these roads, at the start of the lap, you don't use these very often either. I totally missed that bridge on the first lap.
It's an absolute scumbag.
And custom sections linking all these bits together. This is a very, very nicely made track. Okay, it's a city track, and it has impressed me. It is deserving of the score that it got. Damn, you're also going to see cars as the field spreads out. You'll see cars over there as well. Fun fact: I built a version of this track where the bridge does collapse. Really? Does it just have like a massive jump in the middle of it or something? It's the abridged version. Oh, this track's called Unabridged, right? Oh yeah. This is a very, very good creation. Like, it was already a solid city track, and with the custom road sections making it interesting at the start. And then even more interesting to use, you know, that road, because we don't use it very often. And then you turn this corner, and then there it is. All nice and smooth, you know, very well propped, well made. Damn. Very cool. Starting off very strong on Xbox. This is one for the bookmarks. A reminder, you can bookmark all the tracks with the links in the description. You could submit tracks with the link in the description as well, profit.com/verified. So this one in contrast to the last one, only just scraped in again. The previous track very much only almost scraped a 5. This only just scraped a 4. So there was a difference, I think, in opinion on the testers. Some gave it a score like a 3.75 or a 3.5, which wouldn't enough to be in, but then some other testers would have given it a 4 or a 4.25. So it did enough to be verified, but there's still some improvements that can be made on this one, supposedly. And I've decided to go for the Sentinel XS just to make it fun and interesting. I'm going to be slightly off the pace, but hey ho. Trying to get off the dirt. I use the Exemplar every time we do a Coupes race on Xbox. I have a Sentinel XS here. HSW's turned off. Let's use it. So yeah, I think most of the testers on Xbox thought this was borderline for verification, but it's snuck in. Damn. Just gave up a great position. I like that. In fact, I like the whole start. All of this bit, I would like to see the curb boosting opportunities on the right hand side there be gone. But all of that from like the last corner across the grid and then the start section of the track's really nice. I think that's really nicely done.
Oh, what a scumbag!
I think it's from here onwards, the Sandy Shores section, that kind of... maybe this bit's not so bad. But the Sandy Shores section, I think, leaves a bit to be desired. I like the elevation change here in the custom section. The colours are a bit gaudy, but... that's an aesthetic thing, I think. Oh, really? The bush? Yeah. It's the Sandy Shores section that require, like, you know, the big target prop and stuff like that. I think all this bit, most of the custom created bits are alright. It's a little bit messy that you can see sort of the outside of that corner. It's kind of nitpicking at this point. Nitpicking for the sake of trying to, you know, improve a track that's already good enough to be verified. But I see what the testers were going for, that there are still some sort of, you know, improvements that could be made around here. But it's a cool route, and some of the sections are really nice. And it's certainly still worthy of being verified. That's the thing. If you're getting the score good enough to be verified, it's already a very good track. It's all just about little improvements that can make it even better. I think it's this section onwards where it falls down hard, especially that you can run wide on the and get stopped by the bush. I wonder if it was made with 200 props. Could do with some more. I think that's not very nice on the outside there. But I do like it. It is a nice layout. And especially the back end of the track and then here. Like if it was made with the 200 props on Xbox One, it could do with those extra 100. It does look like it was possibly a 200 prop track, because towards the end it drops off a little in quality. That's what I was thinking. That's why I brought that up. Like it feels like it sort of, it does too much at the start and then didn't have enough left over for the end. And if that's the case, then there's the area for improvement. You could probably do away with some of this custom section, honestly, and put those props into better refining the last part of the track. Still nice though. I think it's worthy of being verified, and you know, in a just scraping in capacity. Doesn't have to be perfect to be verified, it just has to be good. Good enough. So this track definitely was made on old gen with 200 props. What is this grid? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this isn't good. Oh, this is not good at all. Yeah, I'm gone. I'm off the map. Okay, I don't know what happened there. That's the first time I've ever experienced that personally. But we're alright. We're here. We survived. I'm in a stock Hellion. We're doing off-road D tier. And I don't have an off-road D tier car on Xbox. That will be fixed at the end of today. I will have all the cars I need. So next month's showcase, I'll have everything I need. But yeah, I'm having to use a stock Hellion rather than a custom one. But yeah, this one was made on Xbox One, so 200 props. Supposedly a unique route. Nice clean propping. We have also had a bunch of randoms join for whatever reason from a public session. That's probably why Specky's put it to non-contact, which is fair enough. So yeah, I don't know how that's happened, but we have a bunch of randoms, probably all using the best off-roaders. Oh, that's a car. Not very often that we do the off-roads class. We should do it more. That body looks horrendous with those F1 wheels. Looks absolutely god-awful. Everything looks god-awful with F1 wheels. Except F1 cars. You know what? I'm not doing too badly in a stock Hellion. An obnoxious horn doesn't make your F1 wheels any less gaudy. Yeah, fun little off-road route this. It's a little too long to be like a rally cross. Well, maybe. We're doing what? Just over 1 minute laps in. Well, I'm in my stock off-road vehicle. I suppose you could do. Well, there's no Joker lap on here, is it? I think this is. It seems like this is more catered to off-road races rather than rally cars. You could do rally cars around here, but maybe not in a rally cross format. Yeah, nice little custom section first of all that leads us into. It's kind of a unique area, you know. You don't see many off-road races around here, and I guess that's because there aren't many actual, you know, road trails or anything. So the custom road has been used to be able to then use these roads as part of the race. Yeah, pretty unique. That car, I'm amazed that car hasn't been hit yet.
Oh, what a scumbag!
It's quite fun that first corner when you sort of nail the outside line. Look at me going, my little stock hellion. Yeah, nicely propped as well, this one. Hellion of a performance. I'm doing my best. Oh wow, it's not moving. Thanks Specky for trying. Yeah, this is a fun route. I'm enjoying it more every lap. Like, as I'm getting used to the layout and how to be quicker around it. Every lap's just getting more enjoyable. Maybe that's what stuffed up the starting grid. Oh yeah, maybe. That might have been where I was meant to start and that NPC messed it all up. That's why I was below the ground. Flawless game. 10 years old. Been worked on for all of the 10 of those years. No bugs whatsoever. It just does not move, that NPC car. Yeah, this has been fun. I'd like to try this with rally cars at one point. We'll have to do this in like Omnis and stuff. I bet some of these corners would be really nice in some of the rally cars. And yeah, again, a bit unique, not using not very often used roads. On the GOH remade. It's the old Rockstar track, but brought up to modern standards. I guess, I mean, we'll see what it's like. I think I know the layout for On the GOH. I didn't run it that often. I didn't race it very often, but I definitely remember generally where it goes. But I mean, it was a Rockstar made track, so if I remember right, wasn't everything just open? Like it was all just... There was obviously none of this. Wait, On the GOH never used to go up here, did it? Oh, we're having it's actually a big change. We're in Super's C tier for this one. That's why I'm in the Vision. Oh, I like that I like it, you know, again, if you're going to sort of remake a track and submit something that already exists, it has to be a, you know, a substantial remake. It can't just be the same track but propped a bit better. Someone didn't follow the instructions on broughy.com/join. If you request to join the crew when it's closed, you've done the wrong thing. And you won't be able to join when it's open. Oh yeah, there's a chicane at the end of this one and it divides opinion supposedly. Oh, we're going this way, are we? Literally the first thing on broughy.com/join says, if the crew is closed, don't request to join. Many people still do it anyway. Oh, there's the chicane. Yeah, I don't like it personally. I think it would be better without it. But I can't fault the creator for, you know, mixing it up a little bit. It's a little weird with the pit lane just randomly plonked there in the middle of the track as well. But, you know, it's an old track that's getting a modern recreation. I can't fault trying to sort of change it up and bring something fresh. I think this is a relatively decent remake of an old track. It's taken on the GOH. What does that stand for again? Great Ocean Highway, is it? Or something like that anyway. And it has remade it so that it is better than the original in almost every way. I mean, layout changes you can make your own personal decision on when it comes to like the chicane or whatever, but in terms of propping and whatnot, it's obviously a much better track than it was the Rockstar version. But then you've got these extra bits like the bridge that, well, like this, you know, that change it up substantially enough to make it a fresh experience to race on. So I'm for it. I like it. This was one of the better Rockstar made tracks, to be fair. Was it Rockstar made? It wasn't a Rockstar verified track, right? Like it was made by Rockstar. It's one of their tracks. I haven't been utilising the grip of the Vision enough on this race. Yeah, Rockstar created. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I personally think there's been enough change and freshness to this track that the chicane wasn't really needed. But yeah, it's a fun recreation of a classic. I like it. Oh, have I got the top speed on the Tempesta? Tempesta's not great with top speed. I don't think I've got enough. No, close. It was fun. I think if the props that were used for the chicane were actually used for the pit lane instead, it would be a better track. I think that's what it needs. A better pit lane, utilising the props from the chicane, and then you get rid of the chicane because it's not really needed, and you have a better pit lane. And the last track on Xbox, an improved version of an older track supposedly. It's still potentially a bit out of date, but shows good use of stunt track to connect different sections of the track and is a nice route. That's the notes I've got. So let's see. And we're in Sports S, so open sports. Oh god. Oh god. Wait, I think he's already gone past actually. Damn it. I waited, but I think I could have gone a lot earlier. Specky's having a lot of fun. I'm in the back of the pack with all the randoms now. God damn it. And we got people just using whatever car they've got. I guess if they're randoms and they don't have some of the top cars. How? Okay, I'm just gonna despawn and screw this. Oh, there was the pit maneuver attempt. At least this is the last race on Xbox, so we don't need to race with the randoms anymore. Oh! That was a weird place to brake. That's a nice little section. This whole section's quite nice, actually. Oh! Why does that stick out? That's the only thing that annoys me. Like, it frustrates me sometimes when Apex props stick out beyond the wall that they're at the end of. God, I'm having a really bad time in this one. It's a challenging track though, this, actually. Already from my first lap, you've seen how difficult it's been for me. It's one of those where you're gonna have to learn it, because there's some corners that you just... It's impossible to know how the corner makeup is until you've done it the first time. Plus, we're also doing it in some of the fastest cars, so... Probably should have stuck with the Pariah. More manageable. But I wanted to use my new Banshee on Xbox. Friggin' Specky again. He made me miss the checkpoint because I was so distracted. Oh, and I still can't get it. Oh, and I've caused crashes. God damn it. This has been a rough one, this. I thought I was going to be able to get the checkpoint. I wasn't close enough to it. It was a terrible rejoin. Again, like that prison entrance section, it's tricky. And especially on the first lap, you're not expecting like the wall to pop out at you like that, so it's one of those tracks where you've got to know what you're doing, almost. So you've got to take a couple of laps to get used to the track. Yeah, I don't like where the apex, well, the hay bale sticks out from the wall like that. What's the point of having a wall there in the first place if that's not going to be the guiding factor? Half expecting that, to be honest. Good old random. Oh man, I crashed on the first lap because I was laughing that much from Specky. Yeah, that was a rough one, but the track was nice. I did enjoy the track apart from those little bits that were a bit annoying to me. And I would have finished ahead of all the randoms if it wasn't for that takeout at the end. Oh man, that was a rough one from a race perspective. But on to PC. And now our 5 PC tracks. Starting with a long hills track with a great unique custom section at the end. Supers D for this one. Damn. Got a good launch. I didn't get the boost there, right? I got such a good acceleration. Was the Italian GTP just that good on acceleration? I don't think I got the boost. Alright, hills track. We're starting off in a fairly normal hills track at the moment. Into a tree. Yep, that's other people into a tree as well. That was one of those where you know you've messed up going into it, but it's too late at that point. Even if it feels like it's not too late, it's already too late. You didn't boost the start. Yeah, I didn't think so. So it's been a fairly standard hills track so far. I mean, your standard hill... really? Your standard hill track fare. And here's custom section. Ooh. Ooh, intriguing. Oh, wow. Just keeps getting more intriguing by the second. That's a lot of lag. How did we suddenly end up in a fight over second? A lot of cars in close proximity. Yeah, that's nice. So, I mean, it is a fairly, you know, well done hill track. There's a lot of hill tracks that look very similar to this and use very similar roads for the majority of it.
He's an absolute scumbag.
That's like the only criticism that I could levy towards it. That custom section's nice, but the rest of the track kind of doesn't have anything extra going on for it. But a lot of the times you don't really need to with hill tracks, because the tracks themselves are good enough on their own. because the roads are just great. There's a boost I'm missing somewhere on this road up here, I'm sure. Right, let's not make this mistake again. We didn't. It's a good layout. Is the custom section enough to put it into the regular rotation? That's the question. Over and above just any other hills track. It's for you guys watching to decide. Again, the links for all the tracks are down below in the description. Links for the playlists are also down below if you just want to try them out as a one-off and then see which ones you like the best. And also another reminder that Wave 2 for submissions has started. So if you submitted a track already, you can now submit another one. And I encourage you to submit 2 tracks, 1 on each form. Get some variety. We do actually have a decent bit of variety on PC actually. We've got, I think it's only 2 regular tracks and then the rest are all either off-road or themed or something from the other form. Yeah, nice. Nice start again. Oval time. Flat out oval with some awesome visuals and intentional wall rides. So this should be fun. Damn, I'm getting good starts today despite not getting the boosts. Catch up and slipstream is on. Oh, the plane. Look at the plane. That's got to be some PC magic funkiness. That I've never seen that before on an airport track. Oh my god, we got intentional wall rides. The slipstream's crazy with the pariah. Damn, it is some really nice visuals actually. Oh, the boats! Look at the boats! Uh-oh, the plane's in the middle of the track. The plane's in the middle of the track. I saw the atomic blimp as well. There's the zero blimp. I'm sure I saw the atomic blimp elsewhere. There it is. Oh, look at the cargo bobs. I'm too busy looking at the track. This is great. Look at the police dilettante. Well, I don't know whether you'd call it police, like security. This is very nicely made. I think the plane is the... Oh, look, the limo. The plane is the only thing that kind of takes the immersion away from it. Oh, no! 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 Sick ride! We're back. The big Crowex sign. I mean, look at the pit building. This is like just a marvel of what can be done in the creator, presumably with some PC Magic props, but I'm sure you could do this for some regular racing as well. plane looks very light. Like, you don't have to put catch-up and slipstream on. If you had something with high enough top speed and low enough grip, you could probably do some proper oval racing, but it is pretty big for that. Rip. I'm gone. I'm in the stands. I'm in the stands. I should have just watched from the stands. I'm just amazed at the... I mean, screw it. I'm going to finish last anyway. Let's take a little bit of an explore. Since we're close to the end. Oh, you slow down if you're off the tarmac. You go slower when you're off the track. Yes, the revs are dipped down. That must be PC magic. Why can't we always have this everywhere? Why is it just PC with modding that gets this? This is an incredible creation though. Just like, you just gotta marvel at the sheer creation of it. Like, I'm probably never gonna race it because I don't really do oval racing in this game and it's not that interesting. But just look at it. It's just so cool. It's in the stands at the back there. I don't think the grid's meant to be up at the back. Alright, kart track. We've done oval. Now we're doing karts. I like that they added the ghost to first checkpoint option in the creator, and the anti-grief ghosting option as well, so if people go backwards they get ghosted. Good changes. It's not that I suggested those changes should be made back in 2014, but quite a simple, straightforward karting track, supposedly. That was what the notes said for this one, but can be fun for some casual racing, casual kart racing. I don't think there's such a thing as competitive kart racing in this game, but you know, you never know, there might be. Again, another track that's pretty good with the visuals. We're in a pretty cool location. I don't even know where we are. Are we by the dam? Is this the dam? But this is really cool. You've got the stands, you've got the pit buildings and whatnot. Fun little layout, good views. Good, like, it's almost like we're part of it's in a hangar, so we get a bit of outside karting, a bit of inside karting, and some nice views from inside as well. I'm a sucker for tracks like this and like the last one, where even if it's not necessarily about the racing experience, like, it still has to be a good enough track to be raced on. You can't just, you know, have bad apex props and all this kind of stuff. But, you know, going for that immersion and placing props so it looks, you know, it's as if it would be in real life and make you feel like you're actually at a real life track or something. It's really cool. Oh yeah, there's a viewing tower as well. They're always good to have in tracks, especially smaller tracks like this where the visuals are important. You got some multiple viewing towers for different parts of the track. Really cool. I've been messing up this corner every single time. Cool little kart track. Very nice. Oh wow, that grid has not gone well. What has been with the grids today? The grids have gotten more ridiculous as the races have gone on. Oh, look at the map. People are all over the place. That's one way to start. Okay. Old style track for this one. So for this playlist, we've had a regular track, then a themed track, then a specific vehicle track, and now a themed track again. The theme being old style circuit with old props only. And then we'll have a regular track to finish off. Yeah, old style props, so something that would have been able to be made on old gen creator without the stunt road creator before that was released. Although I've not seen these Apex props before. Are those PC Magic props? That might discount it from being an old style track. Unless they were technically available in 2013, just also behind Magic. Yeah, technically, you couldn't have created this track on old gen 360 and PS3 because some of these props weren't available. So it's definitely blurring the lines of the old style track category. I mean, obviously you wouldn't be able to make it anyway because we had like 50 props back then to use, but it's always fun seeing these old style tracks crop up in these showcases from time to time. And we almost had a fully old style track on Xbox as well, but it's fun. It gives a different perspective and seeing what people can do in terms of track creation with a limitation of the props that can be used, rather than just being able to use everything that everybody uses all the time anyway. It's still a land race. Okay, well that's fair enough. If it still counts as a land race, then good enough. That means those modded props aren't stunt props technically. Stupid oversteer. It's hard to beat a Jester on a city track with all the boosts and bumps it gets from the curbs and the general bumps. Yeah, nice layout as well. Yeah, there goes another one. First lap went very well. I think I just got lucky. Oh, I thought I could go a bit wider there. Damn it. It's not getting left behind by high top speeds from Jesters that curb boost to oblivion. I'm getting left behind by high top speeds from Schlagens that just have a high top speed. Yeah, fun again with these old style tracks to see what can be done with the constraints of keeping it as a land race rather than it transforming into a stunt race. Alright, and the final track on PC and for the April showcase. We're back in Grapeseed. Figured I'd choose something a little different with the Rapid GT Classic rather than going for the Turismo Classic again. This is already giving me vibes of the Grapeseed track that we played on Xbox. Damn, but we're seeing the difference between using what you have available on Xbox and being able to use what's available on PC with all the modded props and extra props that most people don't get access to, but are in the game and are usable in other game modes like Arena Creator or whatever. Sometimes they're not available in any creator, but they exist and could be used if they were, you know, deemed acceptable by Rockstar. Look at the cars on the outside.
I chose a Jester, but I'd rather have the Carbonati.
The police cars blocking up. No! Oh! Good old bit of Demon Drag. Oh, look at the pit lane. That's a cool pit lane. All those extra cars and additions and things, and the big lights and poles, and I think these are arena props, right? The buildings. So much more creativity could be on display from everybody if we were just given access. I know we talked about this a little bit earlier and I said I wouldn't talk about it anymore, but every time we play on PC and do these community verified showcases on PC, damn, that's a nice section. That was really nicely lined up as well. Oh, and look at the look at this. Visually very, very nice. Look at the outside here. Some really nice visual additions to what is a fairly sort of vanilla track, layout wise at least. But yeah, this is the sort of stuff you can do when you have all the props that are actually in the game. The amount of creativity that could be on display if all props were usable in all race modes would just be staggering. Think of all the PS5 and Series X and Xbox One and PS4 tracks that never get access to any of this stuff. Think of how much better they could be, just more immersive. Even just like a few random cars dotted around on the outside of a fence or something. Just little things that add to the immersion of a track. But you gotta do PC modding to get them. And it's a shame that that's the thing, because there's no reason why we shouldn't have them. That pit lane section is really cool. Yeah, very, very cool track. I mean, again, it does all the right things in terms of, you know, propping, and you can race on it properly. This is very nice. And the fact that it lines up perfectly there as well. Rip. Absolute big old rip. I should have just respawned. Oh, another rip. We got to see it live. This section's really cool. The little tunnel. And then just little things like the outside of this corner. Just so many little things that just change up the map to be not what you're used to seeing when you drive these roads, and just add to the immersion of a track. Really nice. Privy.com/verified for all the info you need. Links to all the tracks are in the description.